Welcome to Section 4 of Module 9. In this lesson, we'll walk through realistic sample questions from the CSLB Law and Business exam. Rather than just giving you the correct answers, we'll explain the reasoning behind each one, so you understand how to think through these questions during the actual test. By the end of this session, you'll have a much better grasp of how to apply what you've learned in real exam scenarios. Let's begin with a topic you're guaranteed to see: home improvement contracts. Imagine this question appears on your screen. Which of the following is required to make a home improvement contract valid in California? The answer choices include a verbal agreement with the homeowner, a written description of the scope of work, a recorded video of the job site walkthrough, or a written contract that includes the total price and required disclosures. The correct answer is the written contract with all required disclosures. In California, a home improvement project over $500 must have a formal written contract. That contract must include the project's total price, the agreed-upon scope of work, and a payment schedule. It must also contain required disclosures, such as the 3-day right to cancel. A video, verbal agreement, or scope alone simply don't meet legal requirements under CSLB rules. Now, let's say you're asked what happens if a contractor continues working after their license has expired. Possible answers might suggest that the CSLB will issue a warning letter. The client can withhold payment. The contractor must reapply for a new license, or the contractor is considered unlicensed and may face penalties. The correct choice is that the contractor is now unlicensed and subject to fines or even criminal charges. This is critical. Working with an expired license is viewed the same way as working without a license at all. If you're caught doing so, the CSLB can issue citations, suspend your bond, and even file misdemeanor charges. This is why staying on top of your renewal dates, bond status, and insurance is so important. Another high-frequency subject is mechanics liens. Suppose a question asks how many days after first providing labor or materials you have to serve a preliminary notice to protect your lien rights. The answer choices might include 10, 20, 30, or 45 days. The correct answer is 20 days. If you provide labor, materials, or equipment to a job and want the option to file a lien if you're not paid, you must serve a preliminary notice within 20 days of your first day on the job. It doesn't matter whether you're the contractor, a subcontractor, or a supplier. If you miss that 20-day window, you may lose your legal standing to collect payment through a lien. This rule is one of the most misunderstood, but most frequently tested, so make sure it's locked in. Let's move on to insurance. If the exam asks what kind of insurance is legally required for a contractor who has employees, don't be distracted by general liability or builder's risk policies. While those may be good to have, the legally required one is workers' compensation insurance. If you hire even one employee, even temporarily, you must carry a valid workers' comp policy. Without it, you not only risk having your license suspended, but you could be sued if a worker gets injured. It's also a red flag to CSLB if you report having employees on your payroll but aren't covered. Business structure questions are also common. Imagine the exam asks, which business structure provides the most protection of personal assets? You might see options like sole proprietorship, general partnership, joint venture, or corporation. The correct answer is corporation. Unlike sole proprietors or partners who are personally liable for debts and legal actions, a corporation is a separate legal entity. That means in most cases, your personal property, like your house or savings, is protected if your company is sued or goes into debt. This concept is essential for both the exam and your long-term business decisions. Let's take a break from theory and consider a real-world contract scenario. If a client cancels a home improvement contract within 3 business days of signing, what must the contractor do? The correct answer is refund any payments made within 10 days. California law gives homeowners the absolute right to cancel any home improvement contract within 3 business days. If they do, you must return their deposit or any payments in full. Trying to charge a cancellation fee or withholding a consultation cost would be a violation and grounds for CSLB discipline. You may also be tested on job site responsibilities. For example, what's one thing that must be posted at every job site? Your contractor license number? The signed contract? A business license? No, what's required is the CAL/OSHA notice to employees. This form must be visible at all active job sites. It informs workers of their legal rights and how to report unsafe conditions. Failing to post it can result in an OSHA fine, even if there's no accident. Another frequent topic is working with subcontractors. If the test asks what you must verify before hiring one, remember this. You must check that they hold a valid license for their trade. It doesn't matter if they come highly recommended or have years of experience. If they're not properly licensed for the work and you contract them anyway, you can be penalized by the CSLB. This also applies to unlicensed individuals operating under your supervision. Always verify license numbers through the CSLB's website before assigning work. Next, you might see a question about bonds. Let's say the question is, what is the purpose of the contractor's license bond? You'll be given choices like ensuring job site equipment, guaranteeing project completion, protecting materials, or protecting the public and CSLB from damages caused by the contractor. The last one is correct. A license bond, currently $25,000 in California, is there to ensure that if you violate contractor laws or fail to pay suppliers or workers, the injured party can be compensated. It's not the same as insurance, but it serves a similar purpose in holding contractors accountable. Lastly, let's touch on legal compliance. You may get a question like, what does it mean to aid and abet unlicensed contracting? You'll see options like giving someone free tools, referring a contractor to a homeowner, or hiring someone to perform licensed work when they don't have a license. The last one is the correct answer. If you knowingly hire someone unlicensed to perform trade work that requires a license, you are breaking the law, even if you're licensed yourself. It's considered aiding and abetting, and CSLB can come after your license for doing it. These are just 10 sample questions, but they cover the kinds of thinking and legal awareness you'll need to pass the law and business exam. As you review, don't just memorize answers, understand the logic behind them. That's what will help you adapt on test day when you see similar, but not identical, scenarios.